Wagwan guys, what's going on? I hope you're doing well. I cannot complain myself. Interesting video I want to react to really quickly myself. It looked like some allegations that came out on CJ So Cool. And it was some, I think the allegations was made by Royalty and his daughter Jalea. I believe that's the right pronunciation. And interesting because I kind of followed him, kind of the beginning of me actually posting videos on YouTube. I think some of the I posted videos on CJ So Cool pretty early on, if I'm not mistaken. And anyway, I think I ended up kind of getting away from that because it was a situation that happened, I think, where it's a crazy situation. Come to find out, Royalty is kind of maybe even linked into the situation. It was, I think, how did it happen? Someone ended up I think it was like a burglary, and then CJ So Cool ended up getting shot in a home invasion. And then he just makes this video and he was saying that I guess Royalty called him, and then I maybe pulled up days after, if I listened to that right. So, but that was still a crazy time, and he kind of did drop his address because a lot of people kind of did pull up to his house, fans and of various ages, I would guess. But that's his whole ploy. That's his whole shtick. I don't want to say claim to fame, but that's something that kind of stuck with him. And just me personally, I don't see that being truthful at all. In fact, you may need to self-educate yourself on the topic, just to get your own type of background. But I will say this: I believe CJ So Cool did admit to cheating on Royalty a few times while they were together. So I can see how it would be some negative energy inside the house, inside the relationship. And I'm not too sure if they share any kids together, but I do know that she had a relationship before CJ So Cool, and I believe all of her kids came from that relationship. But it was kind of interesting to me that he's basically opened up his arms and started treating her kids like they were his biological kids. Kind of interesting to me, that you would do that, being that these kids came from another man that she left. So it's I've always thought it was well, if she did it once, what's stopping her from doing it again, right? And that's just something that's something that I would say I wouldn't put too much effort into something like that could be easily swayed. It wouldn't seem like there would be any firm foundation on that. But he did give a reason to why he ended up being with her. I believe he said he was homeless at the time, and then I guess just how things happened over time, feelings got involved. So that's one of those tricky situations that it's a rule of thumb that you kind of it's you have to abide by sometimes, to your own benefit, really. Anywho, long story short, I believe Royalty ends up breaking, because they broke up a few times, and she breaks up, and then she goes over, I think, to Funny Mike's house. I didn't hear too much about anything on that situation. It was just they got into it. She kind of broke up with him. I think he was real vocal on that, because he was upset that he was losing her or whatever. But then when you really take two steps and look back at it, she was super playing him. You know what I'm saying? She just pops up at this other dude's house and cool, we done. So yeah, it's whatever. I thought that was like super fishy. So she's known to do like little pop style stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And then like kind of, you know what I'm saying? Just real pop style things like that. And of course, the allegations that came up, right? She's making allegations. That's what they are at this point. And he basically exposed it himself. And, you know, basically it was like putting holes in a lot of the stories. And I believe he even may have like some video evidence that he said he shared with his lawyer, basically of her trying to like coach, you know, his daughter and or the kids, coaching someone. I believe he said it was his daughter, and to like basically, you know, just coaching her to say something that is not true, obviously. But long story short, man, I don't think, just my 2 cents on it, I don't really see that in CJ at all. And obviously, you know, this is just like a turn of the time where you got a lot of people, you know, a lot of people are just trying to go for the gusto when you really look at it. You know what I'm saying? You're famous, you have a level of wealth and money, monetary gain. You know, people are going to, you know, whatever. They're going to have some feelings that they reserve for you. Okay. Period. That's how these things normally happen, right? And it gets really catty at the end, you know, like, okay, both parties, you get on this side, you get on that side, but there's still words being exchanged. There's still, you know, little you know, little battles being held because, you know, you share some type of responsibility, where it be kids, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So there's still little, you know, it's still things ongoing, you know, still ongoing battles that y'all have to go through. So you know, I can see how things can continue to elevate, right? Emotions and all these other things. But that's what I got for you guys. Look, I don't want to talk to you for a long time, but real talk, I don't think that's about too much anything. I wouldn't even put too much effort in it. It's gonna be just one of those things that it's a story that kind of like got out, and it's just gonna. And then like I think CJ on 32 said something about it really quickly, which was interesting. I think, you know, he said a few things about it, which, I mean, he has a fan base, so it's gonna be people that listen to how he thinks, and they're gonna agree with him, obviously. But just some of the stuff, you look at it and it just like, you don't even have to dignify it with a response. You know what I'm saying? Like some of this stuff you just look at it and you're like, oh, okay, that's what happened. Okay. And you know, because it's just unbelievable. You can't, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you at least try to, you know what I'm saying? This stuff this stuff looks fabricated. It looks like, I mean, I'm just saying, like, of course, like if things, you know, things come back or whatever, I don't know. Right? I'm not jumping to conclusions or anything. I'm just saying I don't believe CJ would be a person to do anything like that. But hey, look, man, check this out. Hope you guys doing good, man. Peace. I'm out.